Growth is standard. Maturity, that's a process. Fin fans up north, fin fans in the south, to the east and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. Before we slide into this, I just want to ask if you guys can like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It's going to help us reach our milestone so that we can get a merch shelf in our description and get a polling option that we can use at the beginning of the season. And then too, if you look at the channel banner there at the top and you see in the bottom right hand corner there is a shop now option. Click that and that'll take you to our merch store. You can check out the new tees that we got for you guys. Keep you guys looking good when you guys go check out the games this season. And another thing is that every Thursday we're going to be dropping out new designs for you. And that will also keep you looking fresh for every game that you guys attend or go to at the bars or wherever you watch it at. And keep all eyes looking on you. And know that you get free shipping with all of that. And with all this information and this good stuff, I just want to say thank you and let's get to it. Okay, it's the 15th day of Dolphins training camp. We have a game Saturday against the Raiders. And make no joke about it, it's serious because people's careers are on the line. The moment they step on the field from OTAs, it's on the line. You know, money is on the line. This is a business. And the 15th day of practice, it seems like we was running through some no-huddle drills. And, you know, Tua did have an interception and Bridgewater had an interception in too. In fact, to be honest with you, all the quarterbacks had one interception each. And, you know, we'll talk about that here in a moment. Trent Sheffield, he stepped up. And Jevon Holland, again, he is making a serious play to become an elite all-pro player. I mean, you got your all-pros, and then you got your elite all-pros. And Jevon Holland, he's making that case right now. And before we dive more into this, let me just give a shout-out to special teams, for sure. Jason Sanders, 5 for 5, and his longest was from the 50-yard line. And it means so much for the Miami Dolphins, and for any team, actually, in the NFL, to have a very good special teams. And Morstead and Jason Sanders have, you know, taken up that role as far as being a student to a mentor, teacher, and it's working out pretty darn good. So I'm happy to see that. Now, let's go on to this tug of war that Tua's having with Jevon Holland, because it seems like Tua's trying to shine, Jevon Holland's trying to shine, and, you know, we're looking at offense, defense, I get it, you know, two different players, two different spectrums, and they're both trying to get it. And, you know, it's like, who wants it more, right? I don't know. But the thing is, it's good to see that competition, that competitiveness, all right? You know, Tua, you know, I had a pretty decent day today, like, you know, his best throw was a TD pass to Sheffield with Holland and Xavier, X-Man, in coverage on him. You know, and that pass went for like 25 yards. And he nearly had like another deep ball that went to Cedric Wilson, but that went through, you know, his hands. It was a catchable ball, but it just, bloop, just slipped through his hands. Sometimes it happens that way. I wish that you could say that, like, you know, whatever you throw to the receiver, it's just, as long as it's in his range, he's catching it with the mitts, you know. Tua also had another 15-yard pass to Wilson, and, you know, another one to Hill, and a couple of 10 to 12-yard passes to Durham Smythe, and that was in the hurry-up drills. And, you know, if you want to look at Tua's production today, aside from like what it was like yesterday, and aside from the Holland interception today, it was more solid, more concrete. Jumping into Bridgewater, Bridgewater threw a pick, and he was making some pretty sharp throws today. He had one to Braylon Sanders. It was a 20-yard completion. He had one of the Braylon Sanders. Then he had a 20-yard completion, to Sheffield. And he had another 30-yard TD to River Craycraft. All right, new name up there for you guys. River Craycraft. We also got him from San Francisco, too. Him and Trent Sheffield together. On that TD to Craycraft, it was like a 12-yard pass. And it took another 18 yards for the score, actually. But Craycraft had at least 3 catches, and he's definitely making his bid to be like number 5 or number 6, receiver on the team. Now, Braylon Sanders, that undrafted rookie right receiver we picked up, he had like a great catch, a deep ball catch, where he extended his arms over Elijah Hamilton, like, oh yeah, give it to me like that. He extended his arms over Elijah Hamilton, on that same quarterback, Bridgewater, in a play that covered like 43 yards. And another one coming up, another wide receiver coming up is Mohamed Sunu. Now, I'm not really too big on Sunu because, I saw him play at Cincinnati. I really wasn't like, I really wasn't a Sunu fan, but Sunu, him and Sheffield and Bowden, those guys are playing like with the attitude, like in practice and even in games they're playing with the attitude, and I like that. And don't forget Craycraft. He's doing the same thing. So I'm glad to see, Sanu making the case for that. I'm just wondering if, like, do you guys think that, it would be like Sheffield, Sanu, and Cedric Wilson, kind of vying for that third spot? Or you think that third spot is just Cedric Wilson's? Whatever you guys think, just let me know. Just drop in the comments below. Now, like, looking at, all the other quarterbacks as far as, like, what Tua's done and also what Bridgewater's done, you cannot forget about Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson is our 7th-round rookie that we picked up. And, he threw an interception today. But that, I don't know if you really want to call that an interception or not, because it was basically what happened was linebacker Calvin Munson, he was diving to the ground to make the interception. It was basically off of a deflection. That's how it worked out. So, Skylar Thompson was throwing a pass to another rookie, Eric Ezekanema, and somehow it got deflected, and Munson, picked it up, before it hit the ground. I guess that would be an interception then, but, it wasn't like a bad throw, I guess, so to speak. It was just, something that was just deflected. Now, we look at the offense. Sony Michel had, like, several good runs, and that was really good to hear because that means the offensive line is really, starting to get an attitude about things. And these runs are for decent gains, and I guess, he is a front runner, they want to say, for the number 3 running back position. Honestly, I think he should probably be at the number 1, Chase Edmonds 2, and Moser 3. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. Salvin Ahmed, he was catching passes and, producing, some good substantial yards. Decent yards, I'll say. And, he was gaining some decent yardage on his, yaks, yards after the catch and stuff. So it's looking like he's trying to go for like a number 4 position. I guess that's between, in my mind, him and Gaskins. Because honestly, I don't rate Gaskins as high as Ahmed. I really don't. But I mean, it is what it is. Gaskins had him a 4-yard touchdown today in the red zone. Wide receivers, you talk about the wide receivers like Sheffield, Bowden, Sunu, Braylon Sanders, and now, Craig Kraft, he's in the system. I mean, you're looking at these wide receivers, and it's just like, who's going to go where? 4, 5, 6, 7, even 3. And, we got all these wide receivers making a case for themselves behind Hill and Waddle. And it could be anyone's grab right now, honestly, because the wide receivers are that talented and that skilled and that darn fast, So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the wide receivers. I do know that Preston Williams, he had a drop today, and he also had a nice little sideline catch from Bridgewater. And, I don't know what to think about Preston, other than the fact, he's destined to be traded. But, hey, I'm the type dude to never say never, so you just don't ever know, what's going to happen. The defense, was solid again. Javon Holland, again, he's making his play. Safety Brandon Jones, good coverage on Smythe. There was an incomplete throw with Tua on the corner on that end zone there. Benito Jones, one of our defensive tackles, and he's been coming on strong lately. He's trying to make a case for himself that he needs to be on the team. He's plugging up the holes. He stuffed Gaskins on a couple different rushing attempts there. And, he's definitely a presence to be reckoned with out there. And you just definitely have to mind, him being out there, as a whole. On the availability report, we had Jalen, we had Greg Little, Brendan Scarlett, John Lovett. They remain sidelined, with injuries. Waddle stretched before practice, and the team suggested his injury was minor. And Little, he's already missed more than a week. Scarlett, he's been sidelined all week. And Solomon Kindley, he's dealing with a little minor injury himself. And Eric Rowe, he didn't practice, for the second day today. And whatever this reason it was, they didn't mention it. And Teron Armstead, he is in our maintenance program, and he wasn't spotted out there in the field. So, we're taking all this with definitely much care, and we're going to be looking into, who and what's going to be happening come Saturday. This is the preseason, although we still want to see the players that are new to the team. In fact, we still want to see the entire team play. Like, how are they going to act together? It's like an R&B band. It's like any band. When you go get signed for to a record label, you're going to be playing for everyone in the record label at some point, so they can all see, what you're about, what they're all about, the energy they're putting in. So, we're a band, we're a band of Miami Dolphins, and so, it's time to band up, see what we're about and everything. So I'd like to see all of our starters out there in the field. If it's not going to be this preseason game against the Raiders, then, let's make it happen, against the Eagles, and, let's make it shine, let's do a good thing with that. So, with that, if you guys have any questions, comments, please just drop them down below in the comments. And if you guys will, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you haven't already, because it'll help us reach our milestone so that we can have a merch shelf in our description and get a polling option in our function there so that we can poll you guys and do some cool things here at the beginning of the season. If you look at the channel banner there, we have a shop now button in the channel banner. You click that, it'll take you to our merch store. You can see some cool t-shirts. Grab you something you might want to wear at the game and look fresh and stand out like the Miami Dolphins fans always do, because, you know, we're probably the best in the NFL community. That's just me saying it. I'm just saying, you know. And know that you get free shipping with that. And every Thursday, we are going to be dropping new tees every Thursday to keep you guys looking fresh and clean. And with all that, I just want to say, love y'all. Thank you. Deuces. So I figured I was going to wait to start this at the beginning of the season of game 1 and not preseason. And I'm still going to do that. But, you know, I think what I'll do is just kind of let you know what's going on. Okay, so I created a cartoon short. It's called Odd Gamble. And basically, Odd, he's like a ace card. And he represents like what you know of something. You know, of a game. Is it windy? Is the grass, you know, too high, or is it the field muddy, or, you know, is the ball pressurized right? No, but really though, it's like what you know. Okay, that's Odd, and he is the spade card. And then there's Gamble. The gamble is the house. It's like the casinos. Okay, the things that you don't know, but you know, you just kind of go with the feeling a little bit, and you know, it depends on like what's in the papers. Okay, so for example, you know, like USA Today has Miami favored by 1.5 points. Right now, I would ask you guys who you think is going to win, and if you guys think the odds of Miami winning are better, or do you guys think, you know, the gamble of Miami winning is better, or who do you think will win in the contest just overall? And from that, what'll happen is that I'll show you a little cartoon of the results of, you know, whoever wins, either the odds or gamble. So that's what I have in store for you guys here at the very beginning of the season, and it's gonna be a fun football season this year. Got some cool things stored for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, ideas, just drop in the comments below. In the meantime, if you will, please like, subscribe, and hit the channel or hit the bell. That way it'll help us reach our milestones so that we can get a merch shelf in our description, and to get polling options to utilize for this at the beginning of this season. And know that in our channel banner up there in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see a shop now button. You click that, it'll take you to our merch store, and you'll be able to check out some cool new t-shirt designs that we have for you guys to keep you looking fresh all football season long, representing the Miami Dolphins. And you get free shipping with that. And every Thursday, we're going to keep it hot for y'all with some new t-shirt designs. And with all that, I just want to say thank you. Love y'all. Dude, Fin fans up north, Fin fans in the south, to the east, and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to take a look at our gear. Clicking with the Fin Fan. You can check out the links below. And also know that your support with this helps our artists, and it also helps what we're doing here with Clicking with the Fin Fan. And a good thing about it all is you also get free shipping with that. So just take a look at the gear that we got. Grab something for you, your boo, significant other, your kids.